What's up, guys? Jeff with the PN Wild YouTube channel here. I am in the studio today talking sleeping bags. Something very fun to me. Gets me all warm and fuzzy inside, pun intended. Before we get started here, I want to give away 2 of these Go Hunt Gear Shop ammo wallets. They're pretty badass. Keep your stuff nice and organized. Keep your ammunition from clanking around inside of your backpack. You know, right where it's at. You keep it on the top of your lid. Have all your ammo there. Get it out quickly. All nice and organized there. You're not looking around in pockets and bino harness pockets and dumping your backpack out. Nope. You got your ammo wallet, you know, right where it's at. Good to go. Keeps you fast. I say that because I know 93% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the YouTube channel. 7% of you guys are awesome. Thanks for subbing. And you have a chance at winning these 2 ammo wallets. We're going to give those away at the end of the month. So into February, you got about 20 days to hit that subscribe button. And we're going to try our best to do a monthly giveaway from here on out for the rest of 2024. So I appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button. It really ultimately helps us out as a channel, which then helps everyone else out who maybe want to see some reviews, tips and tactics on hunting and bear hunting and gear choices and all that kind of stuff. So we appreciate it. It actually helps us out. Smash that subscribe button and off and running we go. All right, first up, we're talking my sleeping bag that I got into probably 10 years ago now, 2014, 15. I got this sleeping bag after all of the harsh times and trucks and tents and whatever getting too cold. This was my first big upgrade into a nice sleeping bag. So without further ado, this is a Big Agnes Barrel Zero. I use this bag so much that it has some nice custom duct tape holding this together. Honestly, I don't know what did that. I don't know if it just got caught in the truck in transport. I don't know if it got caught in something sharp like a jet boil while in my backpack and then I pulled it out and it ripped it. But I have 2 spots where I was losing some down. So some material, some information on this. This is 650 power down technology insulation. So it is 650 down. It's going to be a little bit heavier. It's an older bag, like I said. It says it can handle up to 0 degrees. Is that its comfort rating? No. It's 3 pounds, 2 ounces. I have had this bag into some very cold weather. I'm talking single digits. It says it can do -20. Comfort rating is around that 0 mark. I've had it into the single digits, and you can feel it, but you can also sleep. I've had it where you get awoken in your bag and you just can't fall asleep and you have to put on more layers and stand up, do jumping jacks, and that is not fun. That was in a 30-degree bag, and that's the exact reason I upgraded to this mummy-style sleeping bag. It is a Big Agnes. It is the Barrel Zero. It is 36 inches in the foot box, around 32 ounces of fill, and again, it's 3 pounds, 2 ounces as the on the trail with no kind of stuff stack, anything like that. So it's an awesome bag. I would recommend it to anybody. It got me through a lot of tough times, a lot of harsh nights. It's a very warm bag, but we're pushing that weight limit where you're kind of like, there might be better options out there. Let's talk about the most important spec, and that is arguably the price. You can find this for $319, and that's a good price for what you get. You get a 3-pound bag. It's gonna keep you warm, and that's the most important part, is keeping you warm. The inside, let's just talk about looks. It's a category. Most people don't care about looks. I'm one of those persons, or one of those people. But if you do care about it, it's just blue on blue with some leather exterior and leather trim. Yellow trim with some stitching, some yellow excerpts. This does not have a glow-in-the-dark tab. Some of these bags coming up do have that. And as far as like extra bells and whistles, nothing. There's not a drawstring on the inside to keep it extra tight around your neck. There's a drawstring on the outside, so you can keep that, you can cinch that down. As far as the bag goes, I give this bag a solid like 9. You know, the only thing they can improve on is its weight, being 3 pounds 2 ounces. It's an awesome bag though, keeps you warm, does what it's supposed to do, and I packed it around in my backpack for dozens of hunts, and it did its job. So recommend it. It's a solid bag, 319 bucks. Check it out. Again, if you head over to the Go Hunt Gear Shop and use coupon code PNW on anything, not just sleeping bags, you're gonna save some money and help yourself out. So enjoy. Coupon code PNW, Go Hunt Gear Shop. I don't know if that bag's on there, but check it out. All right, guys. Next up is one of my guilty pleasures. Love this bag. Amazing sleeping bag and highly recommend it. Up next is the Xped Ultra -10 Celsius. Equates over to 15 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not an ultra freak that needs a -10, although I'd buy it. Okay, the Exped -10, 15 degree. This thing is an amazing bag. Like, just straight away, you can tell that you're definitely stepping up into that price range. Has multiple drawstrings on the inside. You can get your head in there and then kind of tuck that nice and taut. The interior material, oh my gosh, it's so nice, so soft. Let's go with some of the specs here. So it is rated for comfort 27 degrees. Again, its limit is 15 degrees and the extreme is -18. I don't know how they talk about that or what they mean by that. Let's go with comfort. I'm assuming that that's like not gonna wake you up in the middle of the night if it's 27 degrees and you're gonna be able to sleep nice and warm. Let's go down to the limit, 15 degrees. It might wake you up, like you wake up to that chill and you're like, what the heck, man, it just got cold. And then the extreme, you're gonna be uncomfortable, but I think it's gonna keep your core temperature to a point where you're not gonna go hypothermic. Let's just assume that that's what it's talking about with the extreme. And then it talks about the down quality that it is, and that's all that you have on the inside tabs. Let's go over to the computer and I'll read some of the specs here. So the weight is 39.7 ounces. So 16 ounces, 2 pound, 16 and 36 is 32. So it is 2 pounds, 7 ounces in weight. So you're definitely into that nicer point of weight. Again, it is a 15 degree. So you're assuming that it's gonna be a little bit lighter of a weight. This sleeping bag is just outright amazing. It is the 850 fill. Let me verify that. So, yep, it is the 850 RDS certified KUIU. I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sure. Goose Down. I can't really say much other than this bag will do everything you would want a sleeping bag to do. It packs nice, it's lightweight, it's extremely warm, and it's kind of badass looking, if that matters to you. The gray and the yellow is a good look. Exped is spelt like that, if you guys can see that. It's just EXPED. I'm assuming it's short for expedition because it's kind of like mountaineering gear. This company is pretty badass. They're down here in like Tacoma, Seattle area. We did have a good contact down there. People are super cool. More of that mountaineering, expedition type of company, but they support hunting and they were super cool to us. I still had to pay for this sleeping bag, which I'm totally fine with. I'm just relaying that. It's not like I got it for free and I'm pitching it here to you guys because I have to. No, that's not the case. Got this bag, paid for it, all the stuff I paid for that I'm talking about today. So take that with a grain of salt. So this bag, I had it in crazy conditions last year in Wyoming. I had it in conditions in Montana where you saw the video. It's 14 degrees. I slept in a Kodiak canvas shelter outside in the air with this sleeping bag, 15 degree with an extra bag and a Mr. Buddy. You're fine. But going into backpacking all through bear season, all through September, my Wyoming elk, all through modern deer here in a Florida shelter with Zach, probably got into the high teens, and then moving into Montana late season deer with it. Absolutely a 9.5 to 9.75 sleeping bag. The only thing I wish was that maybe it was the 0 degree, but I knew that I was buying a 15, and then it would be irreplaceable. You know, just that weight of 2 pounds 7 ounces. It packs down to absolutely nothing. Obviously, it's nice and puffed up right now because I'm you know, talking about it, and I store them. This is something to talk about. I store them puffed. You don't want to condense them down and then store them all condensed and tight, because you're gonna lose that that fluff. So I keep mine hanging from a rafter in the garage in my studio, kind of hanging up so they are puffing throughout the entirety of the off season. So that's the Xped. It is called the Ultra -10 Celsius. So that's the name of the backpack. Again, it is the Xped Ultra -10 Celsius bag, and the price point, it's pretty gnarly. It's a $700 bag. That is the regular or medium bag that they have on here. It is a very expensive bag. It's very nice. It's high quality. Handled everything I could throw at it, and still going. I still take that on those earlier trips that like May through July, and then when I'm in the mountains with any type of chance of getting crazy weather, I automatically upgrade into that 0 degree bag, which is the bag that's up next. But throughout spring, you know, May, June, and then you get that June 21st mark and you're going into summer, you could be fine in a 15 degree. But anytime you have that chance of going to flipping the switch like High Buck this year, and going into the full on snow, negative temperatures, single digit temperatures, I go to that 0 degree. And this is the bag I'm talking about next. So up next, we have the most expensive bag and the coolest looking? I don't know. Let's talk about it. 2 pounds, 8 ounces for the next bag, and that is the Kuiu Super Down 0 degree bag. This is my current bag that I used all of 2023. This is the Kuiu. This is the Super Down 0 degree. Let's read the inside. So on the inside, you got a couple tattoos letting you know what's going on with it. Designed by Kuiu. 100% nylon, 93% goose down, and then 7% goose feather. It tells you your machine wash, cold with light colors, tumble dry on low, do not iron, do not bleach, and do not dry clean. So I haven't even washed it yet. I don't think I ever even washed that Barrel Zero. So toxic, hazardous waste, do not approach. Approach with extreme caution. I stink. But I don't bother washing these unless something crazy happens and, you know, I wet the bed or something. No, I'm just joking. So yeah, careful when you're washing them. There's a lot of different complaints about people washing down stuff, so be careful when you go to wash them. Let's talk about some of this stuff. So it's 850 Quicks down fill. The Kuiu's Quicks down, so it's supposed to be water resistant. Materials is that water resistant 850 12D Stunner stretch material. This is 6 foot on the regular, and then 6'6" on the long. So just pay attention to that if you're going to buy one. If you need that 6 to 6 foot to 6'6", make sure you're purchasing the right one. Let's talk about price point. It is $749. So after shipping and taxes, you're gonna be $850, probably $825. So it's not for everybody. I understand that. This is obviously for somebody who's gonna be living in the mountains quite a bit, has a little bit of crazy obsession about outdoor gear, and probably going to spend more time in the woods than just like a 10-day trip or something. So I totally understand this price point's not for everybody. I like the way it looks. It's that midnight kind of gunmetal and then a brown interior. It does have a glow-in-the-dark tab, something silly to talk about. Has this little tab right here. It's glow-in-the-dark, so you wake up to go to the bathroom or just waking up before daylight. And you're always looking for it. You can kind of find that, go to the bathroom, unzip, and then you're off and running. It's got a tab up here too for like the garage. You can kind of button that close, and then you can zip that up. And it has a drawstring on the inside that you can draw nice and taut, and then kind of snug that around. Nice little hood that you can chill in. Inside there, you tuck your head in there, kind of cinch that tight, zip it all the way up. You're gonna stay nice and toasty. I can talk about some specs. Let's see if I know myself here. Oh, I do. Check this out. In the bottom of it, I have my Xped down booties. This is a bonus feature of this video. Yes, I'm a freak. This is a 0 degree down bag, $800, and I still buy down booties and bring them on every trip that I go on. So I really highly recommend that bag. I give that, again, that 9.75 out of 10. There's really nothing that I could ask more of that bag than it did. I had it in high buck, shelter collapsed, pole snapped in half, shelter came down on top of us due to the weight and snow. We got about like 12 inches overnight, wasn't expecting it, and collapsed our shelter. Got this sleeping bag completely soaked, boots wet, everything that was underneath that, because you had that moisture, we're breathing on it, so that bottom layer is nice and wet. And then the shelter collapsed, shelter touched everything, obviously, so it got everything that was on top of soaking wet, and that did not leak through. So that outer membrane and the quicks down didn't soak through, and I stayed dry in that sleeping bag. So I'm completely comfortable with that bag. I know that it's gonna do what I need it to do. It is that 2 pounds 8 ounces, so it's gonna be a little bit heavier than the Exped, but you're getting a 0 degree instead of that 15. So if you want something crazy light and crazy warm, I would recommend kind of steering towards KUIU. If you want that lighter weight to sacrifice the 15 degree, maybe go with the Exped. But again, two different types of bags. You got a 15 degree versus a 0 degree, and then obviously the 0 is going to be heavier. So if I got the KUIU 15 degree, it might be more closer to that same weight. So all right, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate you staying this long with us. So I'd recommend all those: Exped, KUIU, Big Agnes, wherever you're finding yourself. Hope it does you well. You stay warm and dry. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button and you'll be automatically entered to win one of these 2 Go Hunt ammo pouch wallets. Can't thank you guys enough. We'll catch you in the next video. Until then, we'll see you on the mountain.